Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your March 2025 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. This month, of course, is a month where we have both two eclipses, a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. So, the first lunar eclipse is going to be around the 13th, 14th in the full moon in Virgo. So right away when we have eclipses, it creates shifts. It pushes us to really create, let's say, something is going to have to eclipse. Let's put it like that. So in Virgo is going to affect us seeing the shadow, let's say, because the moon is going to reflect. Being a full moon, it's going to reflect in this area, the Virgo area. That means your body, your home, your habits, your discernment. On that, there's going to be a light being shed at mid-month. And at the end of the month, on the new moon in Aries, then we have a solar eclipse. And so the new moon in Aries, that is going to be your new I am. So there's kind of this light being shed in our physical manifestation of who we are, and then in our I am as a new beginning. So during the month here, Taurus, I think you're having this, and until now it's been Pisces and Aries main theme. Kind of, we have to notice what we need to abort, change, shift for the spring that's gonna come, for the new us, for the seeds that's gonna emerge. So you come in the month here, and we have a Knight of Swords in reverse. So that means we have a lie. A lie or a conclusion drawn out of sadness, loss, grieving, that is preventing us from expanding, that is preventing us from being the best version of ourselves. And that lie or that truth, personal truth, also creates the non-will to leave that behind and actually go for a higher state of emotional being. Okay? And under that, I have Justice in reverse and the Emperor. So that could be, because here we have like a hint of Aries, but a hint of the father figure, the masculine, our own masculine. That means how we're backing ourselves up, how we're managing our lives, the decisions we make, the moves we make, the solutions we find, the investments that we make, our emotional security. This is, managed by the masculine side from within to out. With Justice in reverse, that means maybe the sadness came from situations that were very unfair, that were unbalanced, and that left kind of a truth of things are unfair and unbalanced. When we think to begin with that things are unfair, unbalanced in my partnerships, in my relationships, in me and in reality, me and the divine, me and whatever the other is, it's very hard to create another reality when that's our belief. Because we didn't pick that up out of nowhere. It's because it comes from lived experience of loss and things like that. And then, without us really knowing behind our back, that's what has been continuing to be mirrored. And so, but as long as that's our truth, that's going to be a reality. During the month, so some of you, this is something that comes up to be addressed. We have to bring it to our consciousness in order to address it, change it, and that's how we grow, we evolve, and so on. So, all right. Mid-month, and that's around the full moon in Virgo. Here we have the moon, and we have a 9 of Swords with it, and that's probably that thing that is creating all that anxiety, all that worry. And the moon in reverse is actually revealing things, and it goes into our head, and we're starting, but how am I going to make this happen? Or is this the only, I don't see the way out? There's the stress. Maybe you're going to go through a little moment of anxiety here with that Virgo, fellow earth sign, ruled by Mercury. So bringing a little extra mental activity here with what will be revealed. Under it, I have a Knight of Wands. So maybe you will be reactive, Taurus. Going into Aries, going into the fire building up. Watch if you're not, that could be nice spontaneity, nice I'm getting out of there, courage, or it can be reactionary also. At the end of the month, when we're going to have our new moon in Aries, we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords in reverse. I would have liked to see the 10 of Swords upright, because when it's upright, we're conscious of what that belief created in our lives, how it betrayed us, how it hurt us, how it made us, self-fulfilling prophecy, creating situations where we felt like that, proving ourselves right every time. So, but when it's like this, we feel it, but we're not conscious that they are which are the beliefs that create the feeling. So maybe the process hasn't completely revealed itself. Under that, though, there's a nice surrendering with the Hermit. So, and that's going to be the Virgo part. Maybe what's going to come, and maybe like for many, things are going to continue to unfold in April, but here at the end of the month, you're the Hermit. So that means that you are using your inner light, your discernment, what the moon revealed mid-month. That means it gave you some truths, and you're still going to be in the process of clearing out what is to be kept and what is to be discarded. Let's clarify here for you, Taurus. But this is going to create a big shift in you. But okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Tauruses for the month of March 2025. Taurus. That Knight of Wands here with the Hermit, it's a bit, here maybe fire going into Aries. It's going to give you that, you know what, I'm out of here and I don't know where I'm heading, but I know I'm heading somewhere where balance is going to be on the other side. We need a, here, bottom of the deck, I do have the Page of Sword in reverse, Knight of Sword in reverse. We're going to need to bring these swords to your consciousness so that you can discern that they are lies and you can release them so that they do not, because the problem with the truth, fire follows it. Fire will follow the sword, a bit like a rod with electricity. And it makes the flaming sword that is extremely manifesting. But our sword is influenced by our water, of how we feel, of the imprinted emotions that created deductions and beliefs from our reality, Pentacle. And then the flaming sword will actually manifest reality. So it's that wheel, that endless wheel of elements going, folding into one, into the other. To stop a pattern, we have to stop the wheel from one of these elements, change it. So here, the fire and the earth, in a way, because here you're getting a new fire. The swords aren't resolved, the cups, but that fire is going to lit your wand. That means it's going to lit the way that you walk forward. You'll stop resisting transformation, maybe. Stopping to resist is already a big step for Taurus. And then that's going to open up the door to the transformation, where maybe after that you're going to be able to have experiences where justice will be upright, where you will not be abandoned or feeling abandoned, not enough, and so on. So, okay, let's look at that Knight of Swords in reverse. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse here that fits with these cards that were with the Knight of Sword. 3 cups that are not in a receptive mode when it comes to what you want to build or what you can build. See, that's the masculine is going to follow the orders of U. That's the thing we have to understand. When you look at that, you have the priest, the architect, and the craftsman. The one that had the aspiration of what he wanted to build is the priest. It's 3 masculines. 3 masculines. So your masculine is right there. Okay, what are we building? The priest represents the masculine side that is open to spirituality, open to the invisible, open to the receptivity of the divine feminine, right brain that's gonna whisper to him an aspiration. Recepted, because it's receptivity, received insight from his soul. They're the monk or the priest. Then it gives it to the architect that's gonna make it very Cartesian, in a sense that this is going to go there and we're going to do this and the archway is going to be like that and it's going to hold, bringing logic. And the craftsman brings knowledge and his willpower to actually do it, to carve reality into what they're receiving. But when the masculine is alone doing it, because here we see that the receptive cups, and cups is a feminine element. Swords and wands are masculine. Cups and pentacles, feminine. We see the feminine here is in trouble. There's no receptivity. Only loss and sadness. So that's what he's getting his source from. So of course, the result will be unfair, unbalanced. So that's the stubbornness of following a lie based on wounds, sadnesses, and things like that. And that's what we're using to create our life, which gives us always a unfair, unbalanced result. Yeah, because there's the 5 of Cups. I'm clarifying justice. There's the lie. So our masculine, because of that lie, is manifesting and creating situations that are unfair, that create more sadness, more grieving, and a feeling of there's no other different ways than this. That's the only thing I can only create. The left brain is a bit like a computer, because a computer that only has the input of what it has read, known, experienced in its life, like AI. It doesn't have the right brain that can perceive from beyond this, can perceive and receive from the logos, from your soul, from your spirit, name it like you want, that allows you to create something that you have no reference to open gates that are outside of the known. But if not, no, it cannot. And so there's going to be a need to forgive. And that's the masculine that has to do it. If the feminine is stuck in choppy waters with the inner child that wants to become, the masculine rational part of us will need to take its willpower and push ourselves away from it so that we can be receptive enough again, so that we can be open to new emotions, new states of being, new frequencies, and so on. Let's look at the moon in reverse here. So that full moon in Virgo might bring up information on that, clarity on that. Yeah, so that you can finish the cycle. Here, maybe drop a bunch of old ways to bring your energy, where maybe you took a lot on your shoulders, even if you didn't have enough to carry it. Expectations, responsibilities, wills of yours and other people's, and so on. And that creates a lot. How can I carry all of this? Here, the world. So maybe that's why it's going to give you, by finishing this, by seeing clearly about that, it's going to give you that extra wand here. The extra wand that's going to allow you to start manifesting. But you still haven't cleared your old water yet. You still haven't left that water behind. So that means that here we're getting that sense of, yes, I'm the one responsible. I can create whatever I want. Again, it's a masculine taking charge of this, but our divine feminine, receptive, especially when it doesn't have to keep anything, connected to her North Star, okay, connected to her Orion, the belt of what she's aiming at. Here, Aquarius, her purpose, and so on. Here, we're still having a lot of water that is drowning us, okay? So watch this month if you have like emotional, like the weight of the emotional baggage, because it's going to come up from your subconscious. It's going to come up from the woodworks. So here, the 10 of Swords in reverse with the 5 of Pentacles. All right. Okay. So that is probably because at one point, I'm the Magician. Spring is starting, Aries, solar eclipse. So the part of you that when you're working, here's a pentacle, when you're working, when you're trying to ground and manifest yourself, when it's upright, it's easy breezy. It works by itself. It's like the natural growth of the logos passes through you. You're focused, you're concentrated, and you're building. When it's in reverse, we have to put efforts, and we're fighting something. We're fighting all of our unconscious beliefs that are stuck in the water that we haven't cleared out. So you might be a bit in those two waters going into spring, but the Hermit is going to tell you, Taurus, that's the right way to do it. Let's follow it. We're not seeing results yet, but we're believing in it. This is what our wisdom and our discernment is telling us. This is what our Emperor also is telling us. So hold on. Hold on, Taurus. So this is the same guy. Okay? It's the Emperor on a spiritual quest. And here, since the I Am month, end of March, we're going to arrive in Aries season. And that is the I Am, is the how am I going to back myself up? You're going to back yourself up cautiously, with wisdom. You're going to be careful because, of course, since the waters haven't been completely cleared, still influencing the sword, there might be a resistance. So it's going to take even more energy and conviction. So, but Aries here is going to help you bring that energy to make you do it anyway. But if you want to do it consciously on one of those eclipses, and I would choose the full moon in Virgo here, I would choose to face these and discard them. Face the 10 swords and the price we've paid, so that you can really release it. You're going to release it anyway at one point, but it's going to make it easier if you do it consciously. If you see yourself resisting an invisible force, you're going to know that it's those beliefs, those fears that create an extra weight on you in your shadow. It creates a weight, makes everything harder to bring forward. So, on that, my beautiful Tauruses, you're doing it. You're doing it. How should we call this? I'm going to call this you're doing it anyway, because that's what you're going to do. And at one point, you're going to clear that water. But maybe this is not time right now to do it. And of course, this is general. For some of you, you're going to do it. Others, no. But here, interesting to see a resistance in releasing the original waters that created the belief. But you're doing it anyway. So, on this, my beautiful Tauruses, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. If you're interested in a private reading, or the tarot course, or the tarot book that I wrote about tarot and the Tree of Life, it's all on the website mysticwitchtarot.com. And also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, a lot of provoking here. I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And on this, thank you for sharing, commenting, subscribing to help grow the channel. All my love and light, and I'll see you next month, Taurus.